Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 5. Again, there's no meeting Wednesday. It's tomorrow. I'm doing this on Tuesday afternoon. But I want to show you what's going on for this week and also next week, since we don't meet either tomorrow, yeah, 20, whatever whatever the date is, the 20, gotta look, the 24th or the 1st. Okay, so let me share the screen and I'll show you what's happening here. It's pretty straightforward. You're mostly writing your essays and then giving feedback to each other. So let me just go back over here. Um, here's the course. So the computer's being very, very slow today for some reason. I don't know why. Here's all the assignments that I've already put it up here so that you can see it. So I have to say the things that have been on the procrastination, let me see if I can find it. There's not a lot up here yet. Again, this is just Tuesday afternoon, and it's not due tomorrow, but there's some good suggestions. And yeah, I know, just do it. I hate that. As a world-class procrastinator myself, I don't think you ever get over it. I think you just learn how to manage it. It's like having ADHD. You don't recover, you just learn how to deal with it and make it work for you. So be sure to put your procrastination stuff up and go look at the procrastination station site. I've gotten a lot of messages from people who found it useful, interesting, things to think about. So there is that. We'll go back to the homepage here. So what we're doing this week is, like I said, you're just writing your essay and giving feedback to each other. Now, the essay draft should be up end of day Wednesday, the 24th. That's our class meeting day that we're not meeting. So the rough draft needs to be in the Google Drive. All right. And so for the next week, go to this Padlet and tell us how it's going. Okay. Just how's it going with the essay? If what's going well, what problems have you got? What questions do you have? I'm going to look at this every day, at least once. And so if people have questions, they can leave them here. Or of course, you can always DM me on Slack or send me an email. But that's what the Padlet for the week is this one. And just how is it going with writing the essay? Then the second thing you need to do is to go read in Perusall. Over here, this is not your class. You go back to your class. This is the same thing. Again, my computer's being very slow. Okay, we're down here, read this one. And yours is going to look different than mine, but open assignment. Okay, so this is another article from the same journal as the bun writing came from, but it's different. I think you're going to see yourself in here if you've ever gone through peer workshop or peer review or stuff. There's some you've got peer review. Okay, again, come on, computer. It's very slow. Lead through here. Go. It will explain what positive feedback is. And there are two little places to practice doing a sentence of positive feedback, the kind of thing you can leave as a comment on one of your fellow students' papers that are in the drive, which I'll go back to in a minute. So this is the first practice. So you get down here and you click on the highlight. Ta-da! There's my comment. All you got to do is put your little comment of feedback, your little sentence or two that they ask you to do, okay, in here, and hit submit or hit, return, and you're good. Same thing, second practice session 2, same thing, couple of sentences, phrasal sentences. And then it will show you some things about examples of good, of the kinds of responses that you can give. So read through the paper, read through this article, and then go back and do the little practice activities. Okay, so these are just some good examples of stuff. I think you'll find this one really useful because then the next thing you're going to be doing after that on page is to go over to the Google Drive. And I don't think there's much up there right now. In fact, I don't know that there's anything up here right now. Nothing, but there will be some things up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the other class just for a second. Just to show you. So I have a couple up here from my 508 class. They're a little late today, but that's okay. If you've never done comments on people's papers, you just open it up. If it's a Google Doc, it's pretty simple. You just put your cursor, just click on where you want to leave a message, a comment, and then come up here this little balloon, click on that, and the comment thing will come on. And when you're done with your comment, you click comment and it'll post. That's all there is to it. Same thing if somebody's left a, come on, has left a PDF, then not a doc, same thing. On this, you just click on, a spot, a word, highlight a word, and add a comment. Same thing. Okay. So that's how you leave comments on things that way, right? So that's what you're doing for that. Now it would be a nice idea to read things from other people in your breakout room group, just because you know them a little bit, you kind of have a feeling of what they're doing, how they talk, that kind of stuff. In a normal world, when we actually had a class next week, I'd put you back in your groups and you would talk about them. But this time you're just going to have to, you're on your own. Okay, so but these are the rooms. This is who's in what room. I've created this fourth room for people who came in late because these got really big. So I try to keep these at 5. So there's the rooms. Now there's also, this you do not have to download, print out, fill out, and submit. You don't have to do this, but this peer review worksheet will give you some ideas of things you might leave in comments, all right? What does the writer do well in this assignment? That's like Peter's positive feedback. I really like the sentence. I like the image that you painted, the picture that you painted, that kind of stuff. Where was it confusing? Again, another good comment to leave someplace. Do you have any suggestions for revising the unclear parts? You might not, or you might want to say something like, could you tell me more about your teacher? Can you show me what they look like? Is there anything else you want to know about it? It just feels like maybe there's something missing that you'd like to know more about. Like, can you tell me where this place was? I'm just kind of don't know where I am. Do you think there's some things they could take out? Or not? You don't have to answer. They don't have to say any of that. Did you learn anything new from reading the essay? Just, click down toward the bottom someplace and add a comment. And here are some suggestions, some other suggestions for revision. And again, you don't have to use these. You can, but these are just some things to get you thinking about it. Once again, you do not have to print this out and use it and submit it. This is just for your own, just to give you some ideas of what you can write in the comments. Okay, so that review sheet is there as well. So back to course home. Come on, computer. There we go. All right. That's it. That's what you're doing for this next week. I'll go to the content area and show you where everything is one more time. So here's the schedule for 3. So this is this week, and next week, all you have to do is do the final draft of the essay. All right, that's really it. You're just going to comment on stuff. This is the wrong class. It's this class. Sorry about that. Here comes the scheduling assignments. Try again. All right. So this is what you're doing this week, and this is next week. Okay. It's still, the essay is due in Brightspace on the October 8th, just like you did with the Unit 1 reflections. I'll do in here. Okay. So here's what we're doing this week. Here's what you're doing next week. And I'll put another video up next week to go over this more specifically. Right now, just focus on getting your rough draft in Unit 1 folder. Talk about how it's going, how you feel about it at this point. And if you hate what you did, that's fine to say that. We can deal with that stuff. Do the perusal reading, do the 2 practice activities that are in there, and then leave the comments. You can use the review sheet if you want to for suggestions. It is, so more things in here. Here's the Padlet for talking about the essay so far. Okay. Here's the Google Drive for Unit 1. Here's the worksheet that I showed you that you can print out if you want to, or just open up on your screen somewhere. And this is for next week. All right. So I think that's it. Be sure to get your procrastination things up. Get your rough drafts in there. DM me. I'll put the video in the content section pretty quickly, so this will change. And DM me in Slack or send me an email and we'll work through all this stuff. So good luck, and I will do another video next week. I will see you later. Gotta make this stop. Okay, bye.